So as you can see, I'm not driving finally. The last few videos were while I was on my trip back home from speaking in Gillette, Wyoming. And now I'm back in the home office here and coming to you like, I don't know if normal is the right way to put it, but a little bit more like where I usually do some of these from. Although I like mixing it up. Today, though, I'm going to actually go back to something from that trip to Gillette, and actually not even the trip to Gillette, but just in general, speaking at schools where we speak, around the country. And that is when we go and do the presentations that we do, and I keep saying we, I speak on behalf of Proactive Coaching, but when I go, I know that this happens, and I know that our director, Bruce Brown, has mentioned it happened before. I know that Rob Miller, our other director, has mentioned it. So I would imagine the various speakers that we have in our organization hear this too. I will often hear the athletic director when I finish speaking, and we're kind of talking afterward. People will come up and, to either purchase some of the booklets that we have, or they just want to come up and talk or say thanks or ask a question, whatever it might be. So there I am, in that realm. And then the athletic director usually is, they're kind of hanging out and, we'll come over and talk afterward. And one of the things I constantly hear is, well, we really needed that. And I think, yeah, okay, that's good. Don't we all, right? I mean, we all really need those types of professional development opportunities that are out there. Of course, I'm partial to the ones that we provide, but no matter who it is that's coming in, I'm sure they would say that same type of thing for whatever the message was. And oftentimes, while we have set presentations that we do, I will always ask, is there anything in particular you want to make sure that we cover? Is there anything that you're dealing with that I need to know about, or anything you're dealing with or your coaches are dealing with that you would like to make sure gets in some way worked into this? And so while we're not tailoring the every presentation to that specific audience, we do tailor elements of it to them. And so I will then, as I say, hear from the athletic director, oh, we really needed that. I've had coaches come up and say, boy, I needed to hear that, or boy, our coaches really need to hear it, whatever it was, kids, whoever we're speaking to. And I think to myself, and I especially as I'm then driving home and kind of decompressing from it, okay, I get what you're saying, but if you think that just by having me come in and speak for 3 hours, that's usually what it is, 3 different 1-hour presentations or one long workshop. If you think that this is going to do it, you are sadly mistaken. And I imagine most of the athletic directors aren't necessarily thinking that. Don't get me wrong. I imagine most of the time they're thinking, we really needed that to kickstart us, or to jumpstart us, or to get us off of whatever path, whatever way they want to put it. We really needed that to get us going in the direction we need to make sure we're going in again. That's probably what the athletic directors are meaning when they say that to me. And I love that, because having someone come in for professional development is huge. It's extremely important. I cannot stress enough to all of you who are watching this that if you are a decision maker on such things, you need to make sure you're doing this. If you're not a decision maker on such things, get this to that person so that he or she can hear the message and go, I see the point. Because professional development is huge to help everybody. Think about in coaching right now. In high school and middle school coaching, that's the main audience. I imagine high school is our biggest audience, followed by college coaches. But think about it. Think about how many of the coaches that I spoke to over this past month in the different places I went to. Think about how many of them have teaching degrees and are teachers in the classroom. It used to be 30, 40 years ago, probably 75 to 80% of them were that. Nowadays, it's flipped. Maybe 25% of them are that. Most are people from in the community. There is nothing wrong with it being people from in the community. We need you people in the community to come in and coach and help us. Absolutely. The problem isn't that. The problem is that, unfortunately, not as many teachers are wanting to coach, or you have administrators who don't want their teachers to coach for whatever reason. That's a whole other topic I should cover. So whatever the reason is, we have a lot of a lot of coaches who are not teachers, so they have not been trained in that element. And so professional development is something critical to their success, so that they start hearing, oh, I hadn't thought of speaking that way. Oh, I didn't realize I'm not supposed to do that. Oh, I did, whatever it might be. And so kudos to all of you. I said kudos to the athletic directors in Gillette a few videos ago, right? Well, kudos to all of you who are doing this. But if you're not, you need to, because your coaches need this as much as anything else. But again, here we go. Now I'm going to take it to that next step. If that's the only thing you think that's going to now turn everything around, you're sadly mistaken. It's a start. It's a catalyst. And so when I went and spoke at the various schools I spoke at this past month in August, those schools, I said to them, to each of them, do not let it all just end here right now. This needs to be just a start. This needs to be the thing, I used the word a minute ago, the catalyst, the impetus to have you now move forward and continue to grow and continue to develop. Coaches, athletes, parents, administrators, teachers, leaders, whatever you do. Take that professional development and keep going with it. Because if the statement is being made, oh, we really needed that, and meaning, okay, thank you for doing the work that we need to do, oh, you're totally missing the point. But if the statement is, oh, we really needed that to remind us, to jumpstart us, to get us moving in a good direction, whatever it might be, so now we can move ahead with it, yeah, now you're going someplace. So I love the statement, oh, we really needed that, when it's if not verbalized, at least in their mind, followed up with to get us going. Okay. Not a fan of we really needed that if I think our work is done here and everything is going to go great, because it's not if you don't do the work you need to do if you really needed that. Oh, I love that concept. I'd love to hear what you think about it. And I'd love to hear if you feel that you really need it. In other words, boy, we need some help. I'd love to have some kind of professional development at our school or in our league or with our team, whatever it might be. Nothing wrong with admitting that. We all do. You know, I've been doing this for 40 years. I need it. I still love going to hear clinicians speak and reading as much as I can. We all need help. Okay, so yeah, we all need that. But the that can't be the end. The that needs to be the beginning. So let us know, either down in the comments below, okay? Let us know your thoughts on it, or email me, let me know. And I'd love to help you in any way I can with that concept of professional development and what kinds of things we can do to help you get going in the direction you want to go in. We'll talk to you again next time.